Peter, how the hell have you been? The two shook hands, and Ash allowed his first real smile of the day. He and Peter had been inseparable in law school. They'd sat next to one another in their section, and neither would have made it past that horrific first year without the other's help. It's been way too long. The son of one of the premier family lawyers in the city, Peter had a job waiting for him in his father's firm upon graduation. Having no such luxury, Ash had needed to keep his grades high enough to hold his scholarship and remain in school. Ash, my man, I've been meaning to call, but you know how it is with the wife and kids. A faint tinge of red crossed Peter's cheeks, but Ash let it ride. He didn't begrudge Peter his family life. Heck, he actually liked his wife, Lisa, even if she did think she was the gay man's answer to matchmaking. Ash's gaze slid to the pale, dejected man at Peter's side and extended his hand. Dr. Klein, I presume? I'm Asher Davis. Drew Klein met his gaze, and an iron fist punched Ash in the stomach. Holy fuck. The man was gorgeous. Too thin and too pale, but even that couldn't hide the high cheekbones, straight nose, and strong chin of a perfectly sculpted face. Sadness and defeat rolled off him in waves. Klein's dry palm, however, rested warm and solid within his, and for some inexplicable reason, Ash's heart beat a bit faster as they shook hands. Hello, Mr. Davis. No friendly smile resided on Klein's lips, nor did his green eyes radiate any spark of life. His well-modulated voice sounded weary, as if he had neither the strength nor desire to expend any effort. Obviously, the dissolution of his marriage weighed much more heavily on his mind than on his soon-to-be ex-wife's, who chatted busily with her father while simultaneously texting on her phone. Somewhat taken aback by his unorthodox response to this man, this obviously straight man, Ash cleared his throat and backed away. Shall we get on with the meeting? His voice shook, and he strode to the side table and poured himself a glass of water. After gulping down the cold liquid, his throat loosened, and he felt more like himself. Perhaps that third cup of coffee had messed with his equilibrium. This should all go quite seamlessly as I see it. Mrs. Klein is not contesting the divorce, and Peter, I think your client is aware that under the terms of the prenup, the parties will be leaving the marriage in the same position as when they entered it. Dr. Klein snorted, and Ash caught his eye. He cocked his head. Dr. Klein? Klein arched a black brow. Damn, the man was too sexy for words. What of our wedding gifts? We've barely unpacked and set up our joint account. I presume everything is 50-50? For the first time, Jackie Klein showed an interest. No way. My friends gave us better gifts than your lousy friends and family. All that cheap crap we have is from your relations. Her sneer had Ash cringing, and not for the first time he wondered if dealing with spoiled brat clients like this was worth the fee he charged. You're not getting a penny of my daddy's money to waste on your stupid clinic. You're a doctor. Make it yourself. I want out. She grabbed at Ash's sleeve. I thought this was going to be easy, but he's making it difficult like he does everything. Instinctively, he patted her hand. Don't worry, Jackie. That's what I'm here for, to make sure everything is taken care of properly. He turned back to Dr. Klein, who listened with a quiet intensity to whatever Peter murmured in his ear. When they finished, Ash smiled at both of them. The gifts will be split by the giver. The groom's side back to you, Dr. Klein, the bride's side back to her. For mutual friends, it will be split 50-50. That should be agreeable, correct? At Klein's nod, Ash continued. The apartment is in Jackie's name, so you'll have 6 months to find a new place to live. I presume, Dr. Klein, you haven't been living there since the petition was filed? Dr. Klein gave a brief shake of his head, and Peter squeezed his shoulder, Ash noted. He reminded himself to make a lunch date with Peter and get the story on this guy.